Okay, how to make sure your gradebook is set up for maximum efficiency for determining final IB scores, and then the logistics of actually doing that work and entering the final scores. So step one is to make sure in your gradebook, you're in the gradebook view, not learning mastery. Under view, there's two things you want to double check. One is that you're filtered by assignment groups instead of modules. And second, that you are arranging it by assignment name A through Z. That's going to maximize on, sorry, that's my cat scratching. That's going to maximize on those naming conventions that we are following. So, because what that does is your criterion A formatives are all clumped together from the very first one you gave up to the most recent, and then you see your criterion A summative. You can also here view it by just assignment, by criterion A. So I'm going to see my formatives and my summative. This just gives me a nice, clean, quick glance at the formatives and the summatives for each criterion for each student, and that's going to be useful. All right, so then you're going to have two options, and I'm going to make a separate little video depending on which of the two options you prefer to follow, but I'll describe them quickly first. One is a two-screen option. I could do this using something like Duelist, where I am looking at my gradebook on one screen and then this spreadsheet where I'm going to keep track of the students' scores, and it will calculate their overall IB score for the course. And that is probably the option I will use just because it's simple. This I'll show you in the video how to get these names pretty easily cut and paste into the spreadsheet in just a quick step. So here I would be looking at my criterion A, B, C, and D scores and then determining the final score for each of the four criterion, and then it will calculate the summative score. If I don't want to do that, there's another option to download a CSV file of your entire gradebook. And then it takes a little bit of work to clean that up and add some rows. You'll still want to use this spreadsheet eventually because this is just like a nice clean place to keep the four criteria and the overall score for when you're reporting those out both in Canvas and Campus. But there is a download a CSV file if you prefer that. So option one would be two screen, where you're looking at your gradebook on one screen and entering those scores in this on another screen. The other is to download the CSV and do all of the work in one big spreadsheet, and then cut and paste those into the spreadsheet. So you can pick whichever view of that you want, and then there'll be a final video that shows you then how we are reporting those out in Canvas and then in Infinite Campus. All right.